Imagine if 80% of the population became zombies and half of those survivors died to the zombies, and the next day, food becomes a luxury, water is infected. If you drink, you turn into a zombie. You would have to try your best to survive. And that's what Shenlu did. The problem is, he was the last survivor. He spent months trying to find other humans, but all that he could find was deformed creatures. Seeing that all that was waiting for him was a life of loneliness, he decided to bury himself. But that's when he wakes up 27 days before everything starts. And in this life, he's going to eliminate everyone that he knows is going to cause trouble for him and create the biggest survivors organization. Of course, after so much loneliness, he will make sure to have an abundance of thick friends to make his room warm. He has the void ability. He can open a special inventory and keep food fresh. When he gets to the higher levels, he's going to learn the void walking. But now he's weak and receives a call from his uncle, telling him to come to the building. His uncle is mad at him. Shenlu had 3 billion worth of shares in his business, but he just sold everything for 1 billion. Of course he's going to do that because money is about to become useless. And with that money, he can buy a ton of shit of pork and put everything into his special inventory. But he knows that this uncle made his parents die in a car accident. He was named before, but not in this life. He excuses himself, saying he received a call. Someone found the dog that he wants. Even animals can awaken powers, and this dog will become the Thunder King. He knows that the dog has a missing part on his ear. He arrives in the dog meat restaurant and sees Thunder King in a cage. After some altercations with the dog's seller, he gets it. He needs to have a good relationship with this dog before he awakens. Going home, he sees Sudaju, someone that helped him before he learned the void traveling, but died protecting him. Because of that, he will make sure that this guy enjoys his lifetime. Our boy asks Daju, "Do you want to follow me to have some fun after you work?" But Daju tells him that he don't do those types of practices with males. Our boy understands. He doesn't know him yet, but that's fine. When the apocalypse starts, he will help him anyways. While he's bathing Thunder King, he thinks about building a base. He will get every resource that he needs and let only strong people with him. However, he needs a lot of resources to build a base, and the most crucial one is water. The majority of the water source will be polluted and only rainwater will be safe. He was eating something with his dog when someone knocks on his door. Her name is Mayu. She's a culinary teacher that he hired. He paid 500,000 just for some classes, and that's why she showed up. She thought that he was looking for a date with her, but seeing his face, she thinks that he is attractive enough to get another girl. So why is he wasting his energy on her? After some classes, she leaves. He doesn't know what happened to her in the apocalypse. While watching her leave, he remembers 2 girls, the sisters Mi-Ling and Millie. One had the flame power, and the other one had the light power. He heard that the light girl could even use revival spells. Of course, he wants both of them in his house, so he calls a spy to find them. We are 5 days before the doomsday, and he has stored a lot of food, everything that can give him an edge in negotiations. He even bought a custom set of armor and some electric batons. Cause is one of the best weapons for the zombies in the early stages. In the last day, he bought a truck, and in that night, he couldn't sleep. We are at 1 hour and 20 minutes before everything. He calls his uncle for a favor and go to pay him a visit. In this life, he will kill him this first day. While he was leaving, he saw Sudazu again and tells him to stay safe until 9 o'clock. His cousin and his uncle were planning something when he arrives. He pretends to know nothing and eats. Suddenly, they heard a loud sound in the maid's room. His cousin goes to see. Upon opening the door, he saw that the maid was already a zombie and had killed someone. He falls back and she rushes him. He was able to lock the door before the girl went out, but our MC just electrifies him, opens the door and tells him, "This life you ain't dying easy. It's much more interesting to see you getting devoured alive." But that's when his uncle shows up and asks Shenlu, "What are you doing?" Our cold protagonist just uses his big tongue once more. His cousin back is being eaten alive. While his father is lying on the floor, he makes sure that he watches everything. His uncle asks, "What are you doing all of that?" He slaps his face and says that he knows the reason. Then he throws his uncle to the maid. The zombie rushes him, but he just uses the baton and finishes with his knife and them, removes the crystal that resides between the eyebrows. Those crystals can make you get stronger and improve your abilities. Both humans and zombies carry them. Fiery humans and red zombies carry the flame crystals. But the most important for him is the transparent ones that can increase his spatial abilities. Outside the house, some zombies are already appearing, and it's the best time to start farming crystals. Since all the zombies are weak, he brings his dog to inside the house. After some time, he starts to shine. His awakening is beginning. He feels a headache, sits on the couch and concentrates his powers into his hands, throws it to the wall and creates a hole, noticing that his energy levels are really low. In the apocalypse, superhumans were classified into grades from 1 to 10. After the 10 grades, you have the King tier. When he absorbed the Thunder King's crystal, he went beyond the King tier. He then gave some tips to the dog that was able to cast a spell in the wall. After that, he went outside with his new armor. It's time to farm some crystals. He kills some zombies outside and goes inside a market, where most of the people are already dead. He grabs everything and puts into his spatial power. After some looting, he leaves. He knows a warehouse that has tons of supplies, but there's a bunch of zombies blocking the way. He He takes the opportunity to farm even more crystals, and with his armor it's easy to survive. His baton ran out of electricity, but he gives it to the zombie and grabs another one for his spatial dimension. With the truck, he rushes through the door. Inside there are hundreds of zombies. Somewhere above, some people are seeing what he's doing, and they think that he's there just to take everything from the warehouse. So they should rob him and take his truck. He was putting everything into his spatial dimension when the girl pulls up and thanks him for saving her. But that's when the two other guys appear and hold him by the shoulder. At the moment, Thunder King leaves the truck, and they all get distracted by it. He takes the opportunity to bring out his electric batons and knocks the two guys. The girl gets scared and begs him for her life, but our boy believes in gender equality, so he just asks Thunder King to finish her. He gives a headbutt in her back, she falls on the floor, and he electrifies her. Now she's going to die for the zombies for sure. Then he grabs all the resources from the warehouse, 60,000 tons of resources. When he was leaving, a guy in the middle of the road tells him to stop the truck. He just ignores the guy that shouts that he's going to kill him. Ken Lu don't like that. Anyone with any ability can be dangerous, so he orders Thunder King to kill the guy. The dog easily leaves the guy smoked, but Chen Lu tells him, "You need to finish your fights. There's no room for hesitation in this world." And then the dog bites the guy's throat. He drives back home, but in front of his house, there's a bunch of zombies. With Thunder King, he easily defeats them. And from the balcony there, Sugazu and a girl by his side saw him. The girl named Chen Jin by the side of Sudazu tell him to don't go. This guy is crazy. He's luring the zombies here and is going to kill everyone. But Sudazu will not abandon his friend. So from the balcony he calls for him, and our boy sees the girl. He doesn't seem to like her. Why did I forget about this woman? She was a burden and almost got us killed. She's a very scheming woman. In last life, she always used Sugazu as an experiment. If she needed clean water, she would let him drink first, and always try to show affection for both of us. But in this life, he will use her to show to Sudazu that some people doesn't deserve to be saved. She goes for a handshake, but Thunder King attacks her. It rips her bag and from which a lot of supplies fell. He smiles, picks up a drink, and gives something to Sudazu that is getting angry. She told him that she was starving because she didn't have food. Chen Jin rushes saying, "You cannot eat this, it's mine." But Chen Lu makes her fall on the floor. She gets up crying, asking, "Why are you bullying this poor girl? You guys are not real men." But our boy doesn't care. Then he tells her that he will give her double the amount that he just ate. Seeing that situation, she knows that she can't make enemies. So she just apologizes, saying that she was scared of starving. He tells Sudazu that they are going to the market, goes to his dog and tells him to bring all of the zombies in the area to his house, grabs some garlic from his spatial dimension and says that the things are about to start. He then brings all the garlics to the rooftop. He tells them that the zombies hates garlic, but that ain't true. The garlic smell lures the zombies. He tells them that they had to go to the supermarket to find more. That's when they heard a lot of zombies. Ken Jin is scared since Chen Lu has all the garlic. She thinks I need some of the life-saving garlic juice. The zombies are about to break the door. Our boy throws the garlic on top of his head and tells Sudazu to do the same. But before he can do anything, Chen Jin grabs it and uses on herself. Sugazu in his mind was planning to give to her, but the way that she used it made it clear the type of person she was. Ken Lu says, "Sudazu, you saw it, right? In the apocalypse, you need to be careful cause some people don't deserve to be human." The girl now knows that she was set up, but Chen Lu tells her that he didn't make her use that bowl and whispers into her ears, "Let me tell you, zombies love the smell of garlic. So you're dead for sure." The girl panics, telling him that all that she wants is to live. But he's cold. He says, "Yes, but you're going to abuse the kindness of everyone. And I also want to live. So is it really wrong to sacrifice you?" He puts the armor with garlic into his spatial dimension. You don't care about her cause, she's gonna die anyways. And Sudazu is a loyal friend. At the moment, she tries to seduce him, telling him that he can do whatever slimy, slicky, squishy things he wants with her. But he answers saying that all he wants is her to die. That's when the zombies came running and grabbed her. Half hour later, they have killed all the zombies. But now the house is a mess and would be nice if he could have a maid. The culinary teacher doesn't look bad, is good at cooking, and also works hard. Maybe she's still alive. That's when he pulls out some food out of his spatial powers and asks Sudazu if he has felt anything strange with his body. That answers that he's feeling way stronger than used to. And then Chen Lu explains him about the powers while his dog is wiping the floor. He goes to his bed while he thinks that he has already 42 core crystals. He makes a sword out of thin air, but unfortunately he can only keep this on for 7 seconds. But that was a skill that he learned way later, though in this life he will get even the void passage much earlier. In the morning he gives some armor to Sudazu and it's time to go to the green storage. On the way there they kill some zombies and then enter a dark room. At first glance they saw a skeleton. Ken Lu knows that zombies don't eat humans to the bone. It can only be rats or ants, of course mutated ones. After walking for some time, Chen Lu shouts to everyone, "Run." It is an infestation of mutated rats. There's even one that is the size of a cat that jumps on Chen Lu's back and puts him on the floor. He tells Sudazu to not hesitate and start attacking. In this world, every single creature is slowly growing stronger, and some of them will skyrocket its powers. The fight is getting hard. Sugazu falls on the floor when a rat bites into his neck. Fortunately, the armor saves him. Chen-Lu notices that the situation is getting really dangerous, so he takes some meat out of his spatial dimension and throws to the rats. He now has to use his void sword, but that will cost him a lot of his energy. With a single swing, he can easily kill the Rat King and takes a big crystal from it. He asks Sugazu to take out the tooth fangs from the rat. With his extra strength, they got a Rat King fang. Ken and Lu goes to the storage and takes more resources for his spatial dimension. Then they go home and now they will spend 3 days using those crystals to get stronger. Ken Lu thinks that the fight with the Rat King was too dangerous. 3 days later, even Thunder King has already reached rank 2. Now our boy really feels like he needed Mayu to take care of his daily life. He remembers that she used to live on a 5-star hotel nearby. So he decides when he reaches rank 3, he will go in to find her. He goes to his bed to absorb more crystals. In last life, it took him 1 month to get to rank 3, but in this one, only 3 days. With his void sword having a duration of 20 seconds, he feels safer going outside. Next day, they go to the 5-star hotel. After killing some zombies, a guy opens a door and shouts, "Brothers, please save us." Is the hotel waiter Liu Wenbo. Chen-Lu asks him, "Do you know Mayu?" Then we see a blue-haired girl spanking her, telling her to leave cause they have no more space there. It seems that they are running out of food and they need to throw her out to survive more days. The blonde guy goes to Mayu and tells her, "For the sake of everyone, we have to sacrifice you, go out there and try to find another place to hide." They throw her out of the room and the zombies rushes for a bite. But that's when Chen-Lu and Su-Daju shows up. They fight the zombies and the people inside the room are getting happy. The girl with blue hair thanks them. "You two are my heroes. Thank you so much for saving us. My name is Lim Yi." She is telling her name cause she is famous and wants to use her fame to get some reaction from Chen-Lu. But he ignores her, goes to talk with Mayu and asks her, "Why were you outside the room?" Crying, she explains everything to him. She saved them and then they throw her out. At the moment, a guy shows up behind Chen-Lu and tells him that he will pay 200 if he became his bodyguard. But Su-Daju just slaps him across the face saying, "I hate people like you. How could you betray someone that helped you?" Ken-Lu answers that he will tie it up everyone, and if they survive, lucky. If not, that's their fate. The actress falls on the floor. "Please save me. Don't do that to me." She is willing to empty his family bag every day, but Chen-Lu tells her to get off since she is too dirty. While he was tying her with the rope, she was begging, "I haven't taken a shower for a few days. It's unavoidable that I'm dirty. You can help me to wash every inch of my body." But he stuffs her mouth with a piece of cloth. When they were leaving, the guy from the hotel was begging for some help. Ken-Lu gives him a metal tube and tells him that if he kills 10 zombies, he can come. But the guy hesitates, so that's his answer. But because the guy helped him to find the girl, he tells him, "I will give you 3 minutes to shop freely, then I will escort you back as a thank you." And the guy goes shopping. That's when Chen-Lu tells to Mayu, "I have a problem with cooking and logistics, so I think that's a good job for you. I'd rather kill zombies and I can guarantee your safety. So what's your response? Are you willing to go back with me?" She says that she's willing, so he welcomes her to the team. After sending the guy home, they can go back and celebrate. Back at home, he asks her about her abilities. Did she feel anything? She says that on the 3rd day she got a headache, but she was starving so much that she didn't pay attention. He tells her to feel the energy flowing through her body and try to manifest that energy. After focusing for some time, fire appears in her palms. Ken-Lu thinks that's a great ability. 1.5 hours later, the food is ready. They ate everything that they could. And Chen-Lu tells her to take a shower, just don't let any water get in her mouth. A few days later, after absorbing some crystals, he's closer to the rank 4 and is thinking about the 2 sisters. Maybe it's too early to help them, but it's a revival spell. People like that should only belong to him. He and Su-Daju are going out to gather more crystals and he tells to Mayu, "Never open the doors, even if someone is dying in front of you, don't open. Close everything, don't look outside, and don't go out." He gives her 2 batons and she tells him to not worry. After killing some zombies, they have already collected 500 crystals. He tells Su-Daju to go back to the truck and he will go with Thunder King to search for something. He finds the girls home and tells to Thunder King, "Go and see if there's anyone living in the Unity 201. But Thunder King felt something and rushes into a bush. He's chasing a cat. While Thunder King was biting the cat, Chen-Lu heard, "Quickly, tell this stupid dog to let me go." The cat can send his voice to other people's minds. Now he wants the cat as a pet and tells the Thunder King to leave it. When he goes to top of the cat smells dried fish on him and asks, "Do you have it? Do you have dried fish?" He thinks that's strange. How can he smell my special inventory? But I don't mind giving him some dried fish. After you eat my things, you're my cat. Suddenly someone shouts, "Let go of my rice." It's Mi Lai in the balcony, the girl that he's been searching for. Now he knows that this cat is her pet. He finds it strange. He never heard about it in the last life. But the girl comes to him and shouts, "Give me back my rice." And then she picks the cat from him. She looks to the cat. "Sorry, my rice." Our boy knows that she has a sister, but it's not here. She will never let this girl alone. The girl says goodbye, but the cat wants to stay with our boy. "Let go of me. He has dried fish." The cat jumps out of her hands and talks with our boy. "Please give me some dried fish. I haven't eaten one for a week." Ken-lu tells them that if they go to the supermarket with him, they can find some dried fish. Mai doesn't want to go, but her cat got angry. After some reluctance, she accepts it. She goes back to the apartment and comes with her weapons. But it's just a dull roller, so our boy is laughing. Then he introduces her to Sudaju and to his dog, surprising her, a dog that can use lighting. It seems that not only my Rice has special abilities. He talks about his ability and asks about hers. She tells him that Rice can talk with people and her abilities are like a healer in video game. But there's no time because zombies are coming. Miley gives them some buffs, and Chen-lu finds impressive. She's only level 1, yet this increases 1/3 of his strength. They are fighting when one of the zombies rushes towards Li. She says that she needs to fight some zombies. This is a good chance for her to learn how. After the fight, Chen-lu is impressed. She looks weak, but her mind is strong. Maybe she will survive until the end. Then they give her a better weapon. She buffs herself and explodes a zombie head. But she can't control herself and kept hitting it. Our boy tells her that it's died already. After that, she vomits it, and our boy gives her some water. Sometime later, they are inside a mall on the 2nd floor. He gives her a bag and tells her to fill it up. But when she was grabbing some items, something appeared behind her. When she looked back, she saw Nikocado Avocado. She shouts for help, but the fatty is unstoppable. She throws her bag and tries to run, but then collides with our boy. He knows that Nikocado is a dangerous zombie. He is strong, can use charge, and even self-destruct. And it's at least a rank 3 zombie. But he's not scared. Thunder King hits him from the back. He pulls out his void sword and cuts the YouTuber. Millie hugs him, thinking he killed such a scary monster with a single strike. He's handsome and cool. Now Chen-lu is a shining hero for her. He takes the opportunity to deepen a relationship, telling her to come with him to his house. But she says that she has to go to her home and wait for her sister. If her sister gets home and she's not there, she's gonna get really worried. But her cat is spamming her mind. Don't reject it. Just leave a note at home. Go with him and go to his house, his dried fish. She gets closer and asks, Chen-lu, your house isn't far away, is it? He replies, of course not, baby, come with me. At his home, she's impressed with the meal that is prepared. After eating, she tells him that she's going back home, but not on his watch. Right now, it's already dark. I think it's too dangerous for you to go home. Why you don't stay here? Even better, why me and Daju don't go with you for your place? We can wait for your sister there. She accepts, and next day, everyone arrives there, even Mayu is with him. They were going to stay in different but close houses, but she asks to our boy, why don't we all live together? For me, it's fine if you don't feel uncomfortable. Of course, he's already inside the house. He keeps giving her food and she's getting way too close and is already jumping on our boy. But he's thinking, such a pity. I just met her today and I cannot rush too much. Otherwise, my true colors will be revealed. After that, they divide the rooms and Chen-lu is going to stay in her sister's room. But he's thinking, where are we going to stay when she comes back? Never mind, let's just stay first. Then he teaches her how to use crystals. Next day, we see Myling help some of her classmates to survive in Jesus. She's quite fire, but she's angry at her teammates. They are holding her back. She has to do everything to save them, and her fire ability uses too much energy. After some time, she arrives home. Sisters are finally reunited. But Chen-lu wants to know who are those 2 guys. And those guys are thinking, nice, 2 sisters. That's perfect, bro. That's when Myling asks her sister, who is this guy? She explains that our boy took care of her. And her sister seems to believe that those guys behind are plotting something. The guy even grabs his pants, saying, let's take her down first. They try to give her some food. She tells them that she's not hungry so they can keep it. Then everyone goes up to eat something. And Myling wants to find a way to get rid of those 2 guys. Ken-lu enters first and tells to Mayu to prepare some rice. She finds it strange. She thought that they were going to eat barbecue. When they got up there, they see Thunder King and they ask to our boy, why you have a dog? Food is rare, how are you keeping this guy? Our boy tells them that he is giving rice to the dog. Both of the guys got angry. What? You're wasting food with a dog? In this world, then says to Myling that they should get rid of that guy. But Myling tells to them shut up and says, you don't think that I know why you guys followed me? How much you guys have done? They reply saying, just you wait. You guys are going to regret it. But our boy just pets Thunder King. Head Ant tells him kill him, and the dog goes all happy. Myling finds it strange. Why the dog is following them? He is seeking for death. Then we see a conversation that he had before with Millie. After putting some pressure on her, he asks her, between me and your sister, who is the best leader to create a better life? Millie answers, saying that's of course him. And he tells her, so you'll have to talk to your sister first. Millie told him that she was sure that her sister would obey him, but he tells her, I will not share my supplies with her until I'm 100% sure that she's going to obey me. This is for her own good. Poor girl believes 100%. When her sister goes to the kitchen and sees Mayu cooking, she thinks that she's wasting way too much food. But Mayu tells her that she's just following Chen-lu. Angry, Myling goes to talk with him. Chen-lu, why Mayu is cooking so much food? We're not going to have anything to eat tomorrow. Ken-lu tells her it's a celebration now that you are reunited with your sister. Myling tells him that it's too much. He should take something. He tells her it's mine, so don't worry about it. When she looks to the table, she sees 4 bottles of water. She thinks, why only 4? Okay, I don't think I'll have something to drink. I will just eat some vegetables and then I'll drink some soup. But when she sits in the table, Chenlu asks her, "What are you doing here?" She replies, "Doing the same as you." But suddenly her sister says, "I'm sorry. Chenlu is a kind person, but it's for your better. Be patient with him, please." Chenlu tells her, "We're about to eat. I don't think you should be here. Of course, if you just want to watch, you can sit here." She asks, "What is the meaning of this?" "There's nothing for me. Didn't you say that it was to celebrate the reunion with my sister?" He tells her, "I didn't promise to take you with us. Only my people can eat something that I risk my life to take." He looks to Millie. "Are you my people, Millie?" She says, "Yeah." Everyone in the room supports him, even the dog and the cat. Then he asks her, "Do you want to eat with me? If you want to, just say that you're going to obey me." But Myling gets angry. "Chenlu, why are you trying to humiliate me?" She stands saying that she's not going to eat any of this food and tells them, "I want you all to go back to your house. Leave this place." But when she goes to her bedroom, even his underpants are there. "Sister, why you let a smelly man into my room?" Her sister tells her, "Don't worry, he's a gentleman, he's just going to stay here for some time." Millie doesn't want to, because he took care of her sister for some time, she's going to allow it. Taking a shower, she's feeling alone. "How you could take my sister with food?" "But that's fine, Chenlu, we're going to see who had the last laugh." Outside they're talking about eating her favorite fruit, grapes, and that makes her think, "Damn, I really wanna. No, I don't wanna. It's been so many days, those grapes must be frozen. They're not fresh or delicious, I'm sure." When she goes to talk with her sister, Chenlu thinks her figure is fire. She can awaken something in any guy. When she's leaving, he tells her, "Millie, why you don't come here? Those grapes are so sweet. I'll save some of them for you." She looks back and thinks he's doing this on purpose. In her room, she grabs her sister. "You teamed up with that stranger, and he's trying to make me angry?" Then she tickles her, and Millie explains that Chenlu is the better captain and tells to her sister that it's all part of his plan. Her sister thinks that she's brainwashed, she would have no problem to follow him, but he has to use such a low-level methods. He really believes that he can get her with just some meals. If he wants her, he has to show her his strength, so she's going to fight with him. Then she gets up and goes to leave the house. She says that she's not going to use food, so she's going to search for something. Millie asks our boy to stop her sister, but he tells her that he has no reason to stop her. Millie asks if she can go with her sister to help her, and he says that of course you can go with your sister, just remember to be safe. He thinks that maybe he shouldn't use such a playful way to deal with her, but in his past life she wasn't that easy to deal with. 10 minutes later, she's back with some beef noodles, and he shouts to Mayu to prepare some beef noodles also. He explains to Millie in 3 days they're going to fight. If he wins, she's going to obey him. And if he loses, she can order him as much she wants. But then she wants to know why 3 days later they can fight right now. He tells her that his powers are out of control, but the true reason is because he's about to get to the level 4. And he tells her that he thinks that she would lose to Thunder King. She says, "Are you crazy? You were saying that I'm going to lose to a dog." He says that he's joking, but suddenly Thunder King is growling at the door. Someone outside is asking, Millie, are you at home? "Please, I saw you coming back. Give me something to eat. I haven't eaten for 2 days. Millie goes to the door and tells to the lady, "I don't have anything to eat either. Go away." Look to her sister and tells her, "Millie, remember, no matter how much we give to her, she will finish everything in 1 day. The world now is like that. The fittest will survive." Chenlu says that this is exactly the new order of this planet. She tells him to cut the crap. In 3 days, he's going to learn his lesson. And the cat warns Chenlu that the person in the door is malicious. Outside the door, the old lady is saying, "I had no idea that this kid could be so vicious." Some guys behind her ask, "What happened? It's Millie not at home." She answers, "She's at home. She just talked to me." The old lady is inciting all the guys to get in the house. Millie and Millie are such cute sisters. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy her plumpy bodies. The guys agree, saying it's worth dying to have some fun with them. A figure like that shouldn't be wasted. They grab some weapons. "Let's go, it's time to open this." In the other room, Sudazu sees everything and tells everyone that some people with weapons are coming to here. Chenlu tells to Sudazu to go down and kill everyone, just don't do it in the corridor, or they will have to clean it up. Then he receives a buff from Millie while she looks at Chenlu thinking that he's handsome, but she wants to know how strong he is. Sudazu is down there and Thunder King goes to help him. He easily defeats those guys since their attacks have no effect on him. After the guys are dead, he tells to Millie, "Go there and take their crystals. You have to remove from their foreheads." She's insecure and doesn't want to do, but he explains, "Even though you are a support, it's something that you must experience yourself." Her sister agrees with him. "It's better for you to get familiar with it. The earlier, the better." Then together they go down there. She's sobbing, but she does the job, but of course she vomits again. Back home, the beef noodle is ready, and Millie is impressed. How can they have so much? There's more beef than noodles in that soap than probably in the whole city. Millie cannot hold herself. Pancakes smell. Oh, I'm jealous, but I know the size of my fridge. They are probably about to run out of food. At night, the same thing again. A banquet for everyone. She keeps asking herself how many dishes they are going to prepare. She runs to the fridge, opens the door, and it's full. She goes to Chenlu, shouting and saying the fridge is full again. "When did you go out?" Emak couldn't find fresh food. That's when Millie explains to her, Chenlu is a void ability user. He can stock food for as many years as he wants. Millie asks, why didn't you say earlier? Her sister says that she forgot. Then she looks at Chen Lu and says, just don't forget our agreement. We are going to fight and you will listen to me. Yes, after I defeat him, I will make him kneel down and call me sister and give me all the food that he have. Our boy really wants to reach rank 4. He will receive the void walking ability. Then he used the Red King crystal. It's hard to absorb so much power, but now finally, he was able to break through rank 4. And then he used the void walking, going from inside the room to outside where Thunder King was guarding and got jump scared. And now it's time to the fight. Millie asks him once again, if I win, you will listen to me, right? He says, of course, you seem very confident. Why don't we add more bets? With a distance of 20 meters, you are going to lose in 3 seconds. She shouts at him, Chen Lu, I know that you are strong, but 3 seconds, are you looking down on me? He tells her that he's not looking down, he's just very confident. She thinks of a plan. Once the fight starts, I will just move back, and then asks him, what's the new prize? He tells her, you are going to lift your butt high so I can kick it. She accepts and asks, can I do the same? He tells her that she can have any request and he will fulfill it. He knows that he's not going to lose. They are outside and the fight is about to begin. She's confident. 3 seconds. There's no way he's going to defeat me. But then he vanishes right in front of her, leaving her confused. Where he is, he's a stealth ability user. He's already behind her, grabbing her by the neck. It was so fast that she didn't even know what really happened, but he gets to her ears and whispers, Myling, you have lost. She thinks that if he had used the sharp dagger, she would be dead, and then accepts the defeat and asks, why do I have to do? But is thinking if she really will need to let him kick her ass. He puts his hands over her shoulders. Let's go to eat some breakfast. You are now with us. I'm sorry for everything that happened those 2 days, but now let's get familiar with each other. She is already at the table thinking, everything is so good, it would be pretentious for me to refuse. Our boy knows that this was a perfect plan. Now he also controls Myling. Then he tells everyone to go to the living room so they can discuss some planning, explaining that he's noticing that the zombies are getting stronger by the day and resources are getting harder and harder to obtain. To survive from now on, they need a strong team. Even though individually they are strong, if they fight against another group with 100 or more people, they will lose. What if they lose to someone, and that person asks those 2 sisters to sleep with them? Myling tells that she is going to kill anyone who have those dirty thoughts. That's when he explains we are going to have our team and some sub-teams. Of course, he is not going to take any trash. Myling and Sudaju agree with him. Then he explains that the majority of the people now are outside the city. That is what a normal people would think. Myling seems to agree with him and says that his planning is good. He's thinking really far ahead. But our boy is just waiting for the time to kick her asses. Of course, he's not going to do that in front of everyone. Then he finishes the conversation and tells Myling to come to the room with him. She asks what cannot be said here. He tells her that it's a private matter. She blushes. I'm really going to get kicked by him. But I promise, so I don't care. It's just one kick. It's not a big deal. In the room, she goes to the wall and tells him, all right, you can kick now. He tells her, lift more of that butt. Do you have any misunderstanding about sticking your ass? She blushes, thinking that he's shameless. Does he have to be so serious about it? She tells him, I don't understand why you want to kick my ass so much. Why don't you just change this punishment? But he scolds her, asking if she's going to accept the punishment or not. She tells him to do it already, and he says that he's going to fulfill it. Looking at that view, he's thinking, I never thought that I could do something like that to the future war god Fairy. She sees that he's taken out his shoes, now it's going to be softer. Right. He's not going to hurt me with his kick. If he dares to kick it hard, I will cry. She looks back, what are you doing? I will count to 10. If you don't kick before the count ends, don't say I never fulfilled my promise. 10, 9, Chen Lu is thinking, if I kick her, I can take my revenge, but is there a need to do it? I was trying to mess with her, and even though I'm sure that it's going to feel awesome, I feel like I will be single for life. 2 minutes, there's no time left. Suddenly he slaps her so hard that the impact send waves up to her head. His fingerprints were carved in that skin. She gets shy. Why did you use your hands? He tells her, sorry, I forgot. Want me to kick this time? She goes to strangle him and tells him, if you dare to tell this to anyone, you are a dead man. He tells her, okay, I'm going out. I will ask the sister Mayu to cook something that you like as a celebration for you joining the team. She finds it strange. You never asked me what I like to eat. But then she sees all the food. Oh my god, if Chen Lu wasn't around, I would not be able to eat all this in my life. She thanks him and then he tells to everyone they're going back to his old home. This place is not good for them, and also they need more people in their team. In his way home, he sees some guys fighting some zombies. The guy with the black bandana tells everyone to run. He says that if they are going to die, they are going to die together. Ken Lu sees and thinks that if the guy wanted, he could just let those 3 behind and run. So the guy isn't that bad. The guy saw him and asked for help. It would repay the kindness. He says okay and sends Thunder King. After some action, the guys are thanking him and Chen Lu asks them, what happened to you guys? All you guys have awakened some abilities. The guys tell them, yes, my name is Fan Yu and I'm the oldest. I got a stronger physique. The other guy has an ice ability, the other one has a lightning ability, but compared to the dog, he's weak, and the last one can control sand. Fan Yu explains that they went out to get some resources, but they fought against some zombies that had poison powers, so they almost got wiped out. Chen Lu says that the more people means more power. Why don't you guys join us? But of course I will be the captain. Fang Yu thanks him and accepts it. They enter the truck and Chen Lu gives them his old house to live, but he tells them, I will come to find you guys later. Inside the house, he tells to Meiling and Mei Lai to go to the 3rd floor and pick a room. Sudaju and Mayu are going to stay on the 2nd floor. Then he tells Daju to come with him to the neighborhood to check on something. When he gets close to the guys, he overhears that the guys are talking about the dog being so strong. Bro, I think that dog could defeat 4 of us. He goes to the guys, do you guys know how to cook rice, right? Take this. Fan Yu says that they cannot take that since he had already done too much for them. They will go out and search for some food by themselves. But our boy tells them that they are family now, they're all teammates, so giving food is normal. But inside his head, he thinks that he's only going to give meat when he believes in those guys. Then they give some walkie-talkies and explains part of the plan. They are going to settle here for a long time. You guys are injured, so rest first. Contact me if there's anything happening. Outside in the neighborhood, he is with Milling and she's angry at him because she wants to be with her sister. But he tells her to shut up, there's someone coming. A bus pulls up and a babe gets out of it. She has that jacket over her shoulder, so for sure she's strong, and Chen Lu recognizes her as Mu Tianji. He says, why did I forget about her? Meiling asks him, do you know her? He tells her that girl is a CEO and a chief designer for a clothing design company, and she's famous, but she's a complete psychopath. He remembers that in the apocalypse, she established a gathering place that could only accept female survivors. No one in that place could fall in love, any relationship would mean death. But of course, she had her own desires. She was Meiling's number squishy lover. If I remember, she risked her life to save Milling and died. After Meiling took the captain position, she started to let male survivors to join. Mu Tianji is probably here to collect some supplies. She should have met Meiling right now. Looking at Meiling, he thinks that she is such a good underling. She asks, why are you looking at me? He tells her that it's nothing, but it's when the girl shouts, who is hiding over there? Our boy knows her, it's Stubian. Suddenly, Mu Tianji rushes for Milling and says, we are a team only with girls, how about you join us? Our boy is right there just staring at her, and Meiling says, sorry, but I already have a team. Shanji asks her, he's your boyfriend? Ken Lu cuts her, it's none of your business. Turns around and says, Meiling, let's go, we need to keep up with everyone. Mu Tianji looking at our boy is thinking, every man is greedy and full of lust. He is pretending if he says that he does not want this beautiful woman. I must make Meiling see his true colors. She tells her team that they are going to stay here for today. That night, Mu Tianji went to talk with him, but he tells her that they are not close enough. She says that it's going to be fast, she just needs him to help with something. He asks what it is. She replies, there's a big shopping mall with many supplies 3 miles east. If we go there, you're going to have food for at least a year. But there's a lot of zombies and I don't think I can do that with only my team. So I would like to ask you to cooperate. But Chen Lu knows the shopping mall is the one where he got everything with Meili. Why she want to go there to see some zombies dancing? So he tells her, nah, I'm fine here. I'm a coward. There's like hundreds of zombies. I don't want to go. Mu Tianji angry thinks you are a coward, so why Meiling fall in love with you? He then says goodbye. She wanted to take him to the mall so she could kill him, but he's not biting the bait, so she has no choice but asking for that person for help. Chen Lu is impressed. Jesus, that pig wants to eliminate me just because I'm with Meiling. She's more ruthless than I thought. I didn't have anything against you, but if you want to do something against me, I have to protect myself. No one would be wary of a dog. Then we see Mu Tianji talking with someone. She thinks that he's just a stupid delivery guy, but he has a good wind ability. A few minutes later, she's telling him, I need you to use your wind ability to lure the zombies there. I'm doing this to punish that trash, do you understand? The guy is a simp, so he says, of course I understand, my queen. It's an honor to help you. But after this, he wants something. She says that she would let him join them and now he's all happy. Thank you so much, Mu Tianji. I will do my best to help you. The guy seems to know Su Daju and he was trying to find him, but he couldn't. He runs through the city, luring all the zombies and goes to the mansion. But outside, Chen Lu, Su Daju, and the dog were waiting for him. He stops in front of Su Daju and asks why he's there, thinking that he cannot put his friend's life at risk just because of a team of girls. He tells Zhu, please wait for me here. I will lure the zombies away. Ken Lu remembers about the guy. He was also a friend, and all the time he would lure the zombies so they could find resources. It was a good strategy for a short amount of time, but he died in a miserable way. After some time, he comes back and tells him that he's sorry for bringing those zombies. Dazyu tells that it's fine. He knows that he wouldn't bring the zombies just to kill him. And Chen Lu asks, Mu Tianji asked you to bring those zombies, right? Fang tells him, how did you know? Thinking, don't tell me that this is the trash guy that she wants to kill. Ken Lu asks him once more. Mu Tianji told you to lure the zombies here, but do you know anything else? Brother Fang tells him that she didn't. She just told him to punish some scumbag. At the moment, all of them heard a loud noise, and Chen Lu recognizes the sound. It's a rank 5 zombie. From behind all those zombies, we see a bus coming. Mu Tianji sees the front of the house and knows that those are the zombies that Brother Fang brought. All she want to do is save Myling so she can bring her to her team. Then they keep charging with the bus. One of the zombies already controls fire ability and throws a fireball into the bus. All the girls are running. The bus has a gas tank, so they need to be careful. Mu Tianji didn't know about the zombies that have abilities. She tells everyone to not panic and attack the monster together. Then she uses her ability, sending 3 daggers to the zombie, but it's easily blocked. Seeing that the zombie is rushing towards her, she grabs one of the girls and uses her as shield. From the side, Chen Lu sees everything and thinks, the zombie is really strong, I need that crystal. All the girls are now scared of Mu Tianji, thinking to themselves, why Mu is using some people to save her? That's when she saw Chen Lu. Nice, I'm going to use this coward to block some zombies. But Chen Lu tells her, is it really nice to use your own sisters to block those attacks? He slaps her across the face. I never had thought that you were someone like this. Mu Tianji is scared. Why is he so strong? She falls on the floor and a zombie pierces through her. That's when Chen Yuan appears. She says that she's going to buy time for everyone, and Chen Lu sees that she's courageous. He smiles, brings out his void sword, and says that courage is rare. I'm not gonna let her die here. The zombie tries to hit him with the fireball, but he just uses his void walking, appears behind it, and cut its head off. Everyone is impressed. Wait, it's already killed. How that guy is so strong. He grabs the crystal and tells Chen Yun to stop crying. From now on, he will help her, but now she needs to comfort her sisters. She thanks him, and then he asks her, what do you guys plan on doing after this? The girls doesn't seem to have any plan. After some time, he called Chen Yuan to a private conversation, and he tells her, if you guys join us, I guarantee that you won't have to worry about starving to death for a short term. Chen Yuan asks if she can talk with her sisters first. After some time, damn my brother, that's how you survive in the apocalypse. My boy went from 3 to 100. He thanks Mu Tianji, I will be taking your team. Yuan says those are the 20 people that wants to join your team. He tells, no problem, but you guys must follow my rules. Number 1, you must obey orders at all time. If you guys join me and don't listen to the orders, don't blame me for being ruthless. Number 2, don't tell me that you are afraid. When fighting, there's no distinguish between man and woman. Everyone here will fight. Number 3, if you need a partner, try to find one within our team. That's the big wingman. My bro doing one for the boys even in the apocalypse. The girls have some doubts why we can only have relationships within the team. He explains that it's to prevent that those people to get abducted by others' teams and to decrease the chances of someone finding their secrets. Chen Yuan says that she's fine with those rules, and the other girls also agree. Then he opens his arms and welcomes everyone. Chen Yuan will be responsible for contacting me about any problem with you girls. Come in and I have a surprise for all of you. When the girls saw the food, they were all happy and crying. And when the guys saw the girls, they were all happy and smiling. Then Chen Lu gets a list with the powers of all those girls. And one of the girls has the light attribute. Her name is Wang Lin, and it's a girl that his brother Feng likes. Then he tells the 2 guys they are going tomorrow to hunt. So those 2 are responsible for guarding the base. Early the next day, they go for a hunt. They have some strategies and some planning in place. But some of the girls are not used to fighting, so they miss their spells. They run when they should attack. Ken Lu knows that if it wasn't for his people, those girls would already be dead. They need much more training. After some hunting, they are inside a shopping mall. All the girls are exhausted, and he tells to all of them to go pick some clothing and anything that they need. Without anyone seeing, Chen Lu grabs some black stockings. But Myling saw everything. Don't tell me that he has a weird fetish. Does he like to wear that? No, he's not that type of guy, so for who he's going to give it? Wait, to my sister. That color doesn't suit her. After some time, they were all thirsty. And our boy gave 2 bottles of water for everyone. When seeing that situation, Millie thinks that it's wonderful to have Chen Lu around. Ever since she started to follow him, she never got hungry or thirsty. She even got protection from him. She has been hiding something in her heart for too long. Today at night, doesn't matter what happens, she's going to say it. The night falls and our boy is playing some games. When Maylin asks if she can come in, of course he tells her, sure baby, come in, but is thinking, it's so late, why is she knocking on my door? Maybe she wants to give me the opportunity to do some slimy slicky things. Sitting by his side, she tells him, brother Chen, today after seeing sister Xu and the others, I realize how lucky I have been to be by your side. I have something to say which I have been holding into my heart for a long time. Our boy is anxious for what she's about to tell him. And then she asked him, can I be your girlfriend? Jesus, our boy doesn't waste time. He puts her on the bed. Of course, Maylin, do you know how long I have been waiting for this moment my boy is going in? And she says that happiness came so quickly. She tells him that she's not ready, but he tells her that this world is way too harsh. No one knows how long they can live. Today might be the last day of us on this earth. There might be not tomorrow. When you were ready, your brother here would be dead. Wouldn't that be a pity while he kisses her forehead? She thinks that this seems to be the case. And then she grabs his neck. But that's when they notice. Rice is in the room. Boom, get out of here, brother. Poor cat thinks that Chen Lu weren't like this in the past. Myling appears and thinks, isn't that Chen Lu's cat? Why is he not in the room with him? Rice tells her. Chen Lu is inside the room having a cozy warm time with Millie. Mylin asks the cat what type of warm time. She then stops right in front of the door and thinks, if Milu wants it, why should I stop it? She's my cute sister, but that would happen sooner or later. Then we see Chen Lu talking with Mei Yu. He tells her to prepare some good meals, 20 kilograms of pig meat. It's already morning and Mei Li asks him, where is Mei Li? She used to wake up so early. Mei Ling passes by and says that she's not here because of someone. Look at his face. Mei Yu seems to understand and says that she's going to fry some eggs. While she's thinking, I wonder how Chen Lu will handle her. Our boy gives some dried fish to Rice and tells him, unfortunately, you cannot be in my room anymore or I wouldn't be able to have some birthday claps with Mei Li. In the morning, they have a nice breakfast. Everyone is happy. Outside the mansion, a couple smells the pork. Brother, this smell is so nice, I want to go there. But the guy tells her, Hui, our main task is to solve the water problem, so come with me. Right now, we need to